Hello everyone and welcome to another GWENT video. Today we are playing we are trying to utilize the new Draug, which has recently been buffed. Obviously not a new card, but has recently been buffed down to 12 provisions. It's now 7 for 12. This creates an entire row of Kidwini Revenants, transforms any human on the row into a Revenant. So mainly what this card is really effective with is this 4 provision card, PFI. This card's going to spawn two other soldiers right to the left and right of it. Its bonded ability boosts it by 3, where the second copy will play for 9 points, which is great. The other thing is that these 1 power bodies are insanely valuable for revenants because you can use the ping and then you can self ping onto them, and then you create a new whole entire row of revenants. So it makes the ability of the Draug incredibly valuable. So what else? The other idea of this is that I wanted to include like some cards that don't normally see play and see if we can make a pretty valuable deck out of it. So something you really want with this deck is round control. You want to be able to play this Draug on your own accord and make your opponent have to deal with it. And so we're often going to play Siege if we do draw it. We'll play it in round 1, especially from red coin. We'll probably just drop this and try and use it to gain round control so that we can do our Draug as a win condition to potentially like 2-0 the opponent. Another card that we don't see too often is Boholt. This was a card that been cut from Reverse since that deck doesn't have any provisions, but it's actually quite useful in this and plays for a lot of points. This card's going to boost by 2 every time that you spawn a soldier. So that's the main thing that makes this card so powerful. It will give you an extra Revenant as well. So you can play Draug and then play this card on the next turn. It'll give you an additional Revenant and boost itself. And then when you cycle all those Revenants, this boosts itself by 2 every single time. It is costly. It's a very costly inclusion and maybe not optimal. Its floor is low, and I think that's a large reason why this card doesn't see play. But its ceiling is definitely really high. I've seen this go up to like 20 points or so, plus it's spawning you something. If you get it with round control and you play it in the Draug round, it's often going to be worth over 20 points. So its ceiling is definitely nothing to scoff at. Yeah, it does cost a fair amount. We also are playing Garrison. It's a card that is also very costly, right? So you need to get a lot of value out of its order ability. And, it's only playing usually a 4 provision card. You're usually going to play PFI with this. It helps with the bonded interaction for sure, and it helps with swarming the bodies for Draug. And then its order, we wanted to find, some more synergies with it. So that's sort of why we're also playing Uprising here, right? This is going to boost a card by 1, and then you play Lyran Scytheman. So in this deck, we're swarming, and we like boosts with Garrison because we're going to boost all the Revenants. So that makes it pretty valuable, right? You can also use this card to play Dun Banner here. So you can keep both the Dun Banners in your hand. You can play a Dun Banner from Garrison and boost it with one of your leader charges. It will thin 2 cards from your deck, which helps a lot with consistency, and it just is a 12-point play from the Garrison itself. And then you can maybe save it for the next. Use that to win round 1, say, increase your consistency, and then use the actual order in the next round onto all the Revenants. So this card is very valuable in this deck, and also just just a bit of an inclusion that isn't really seen too much. We're running Bloody Baron. This is a soldier, so it brings back the Ronvid very nicely. You can also inspire it very easily with with one of your leader charges if you want to get the bleeding effect. So I just feel it's a very effective, tall punishing tool that just helps the deck out a lot. And we're also running this very unusual inclusion of Vissegerd as well, right? This card's going to gain charges equal to the number of boosted allied units. And with each charge, it can damage a unit by 1. So it's quite survivable at 6 with 2 armor. It's really hard to remove this card with damage. So, if you do set it up well, a lot of times it's going to get your heat wave. It's going to get a heat wave out of opponent or an escort, or, it just threatens a lot of points. I mean, you use the garrison click. You're going to see the order of this. The deck, you want to win round 1, so you can do that through siege, AA. Your siege engines and thinning, and win the round that way. You want to try to get Ronvid down, maybe Maxi, and then in the next round, you're playing your PFIs. You're going to be playing garrison, and if you didn't play it in the round before, but you're going to play your swarm to create your soldiers. You're going to play Draug, followed by Boholt. Once you have that going, you can click your garrison and play your Vissegerd and get a ton of points. Use leader, play Vissegerd. Oftentimes, Vissegerd's going to get 9 or more charges on it, which makes him 15 plus points of damage. So becomes an incredibly strong 2-0 threat if you have that situation. Granted, we aren't running much consistency for this top end, so that's where Maxi really comes in. You want to make sure that you're going to draw your cards, but the deck also has good thinning with Siege Masters and Dun Banners. Especially if you take it off Garrison, then you're getting 4 thin between those bronzes. You also have Natalis and AA for some thinning as well, so it's very good. We are running Commander's Horn. This card just fits in pretty nicely into the deck. It's a Warfare synergy card, so it will trigger all the resupply. Also, we are already swarming, so a lot of times we have board issues. This card plays as a very valuable card on its own, but also, like I said, triggers siege engines, and you can play it when you have a full board. So it's very nice. Natalis tutors these things. We have an extra backup boiling oil as just some control and another target for Natalis. Ronvid helps trigger your revenants. The rest is a pretty standard package. We only have 4 siege engines, so you do have to be a little bit careful about playing them too much in the early rounds if you aren't playing them with your siege. But I find that 4 isn't usually an issue. You can AA 1, you'll usually be able to draw another one. So that's pretty much the deck. It's definitely fun for climbing, as it has an incredible 2-0 potential if you get that round control, and you can open round 2 with siege, and you have your Draug and Erland, Draug and Boholt combo. Poses a huge threat to 2-0ing. So let's jump into some games and see how it performs. Okay, it looks like we got Inspired Zeal. And generally, this should be a rather difficult matchup, as they have siege engine, they have damage engines. So it's going to often come down to, who can get set up first and get things rolling. Let's get rid of one of these, right? We're going first. It'd be good to probably lead with this, but we also don't have siege. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. I believe that we're just going to open with Caraballista, but I just think if there's anything else I want to do. Don't have Maxi here, but we do have the Draug and Boholt we can find a way to secure the round. We also probably will play garrison in this round. We'll put it front row. We'll stack everything else on probably the back. Yeah. So let's open with the Caraballista, and we'll see what happens next. So we do get the Maxi. That's quite nice. We can sort of take a look into our deck and fix things if we need to. We can also just TA one of the done banners and instead of having to use a leader charge. But yeah, there's a lot of options here. We could even, potentially play Draug in this, but we don't want to have to do that, right? It's more of a win condition. Okay, so he's playing PFIs. That seems like a Revenant deck, right? So he didn't boiling oil the Caraballista. I think what we'll do here is we will get down our own Revenant, and we'll see how he answers it. May lock it. He's just going to play another PFI, actually. Okay, interesting. So I think here what we're going to do is we may even commit the Boholt just so that we can ping off all of these and, avoid his Draug being game-winning. Yeah, let's get the Boholt going here. See the strength of this deck here. We could even probably Natalis into like boiling oil. This will get this back. We can kill this one, ping two of these. Should be able to mop up a lot of these. Okay, interesting, yeah. Yeah, so what we could do here is we could AA a Ballista. I don't mind that. I'm also not sure we have to, right? We could just Natalis into boiling oil and kill this. You see how much Boholt's worth here with this extra Revenant. Even playing him separate from Draug. He's actually a very good card, I think. Yeah, like I said, like in terms of his ceiling, it's very high. Let's go here and let's take the boiling oil, I think. Just want to reduce how much point potential he's got here by just killing all of these. So yeah. Looks like we get the round quite easily. We don't get to play Maxi to ensure our draw is a little bit better, but that's fine. We can probably play her even in this round and convert her into a Revenant. She is a human. Okay, we get the draw the siege anyway. I don't think we need anything else at this point. I don't think we need to keep Maxi. But we can also get rid of like a card like this first, unless we want to play it for Vissegerd, but I don't think so. We're going to get rid of her. And now we can open with Siege. Yeah, we could open with Siege. We could open with just PFIs and trying to get those going. But I kind of like getting the removal first. And let me just think real quick. Okay. Yeah, I like going Siege first. I think if we can set up the thing is with our deck, we don't have too much immediate removal. We don't have tools like Heat Wave and things like that. So we like to just be able to get our stuff down. We want to get our engines down first that deal damage so that we can remove his threats with them. Like even for the instance this, right? We don't really have a way to kill it. unfortunately. So yeah, he's going to be playing winch and stuff. So this is some sort of alternate variation of the same overall idea, I guess. Or maybe it's, yeah, huh. Okay, this is Blue Stripes playing Blue Stripes. I wonder if he's even doing a copying these or what. Not really sure. Either way, we're gonna play a little in here. We may like lose our card, but that's okay. I don't know what this deck is, so we're just gonna keep pushing. We have our siege. You know, we don't have the Dem event, but you know it is what it is. We aren't able to answer that. So it's some sort of stripes deck. I mean, we could pass here. Kind of want to get the Ronvid down. Maybe play garrison as well, and then just try to like value bleed here. We haven't played our first copy of AA. We can play it into a ballista here. Just maybe doing a value bleed. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe we just take a long round. But I also don't know what else he has. He still could fit a siege, you know, we don't know. Just gonna get this down. We're just gonna value bleed in a little bit. We may play garrison for the Dun banners as well. It's a lot of tempo. It's a very low tempo play there, so that's good. But yeah, we'd like to just keep playing cards down, get the cards out of him, and see what else he's got. Okay, we're back. We now have our engines going. We're getting a fair amount of value. Get this initial tempo slam, but we could even try to get our card back. Yeah. It's not completely impossible. You know, we could play garrison here. Probably made a little bit of a mistake in that by hitting this earlier. We should have been pinging the Demovan down. Could also take leader here maybe, but think we want to play the next turn as well. Probably have to commit leader here if we want to.
What do you want? This house. Weeping black clad hands.
Yeah. So our leader it's just a valuable leader in general. Played for what, 14? Helps with these. And there aren't really, like, in this combo, there aren't cards that need Zeal or shields. Also helps Baron, Vissegerd. Okay, we do get the Draug out of him. So that's what we were looking for. We'll get the Draug out of him, and we'll also be able to keep... We get his click here, and we keep our card as well. So we'll head out on that. And hopefully, you know, our win condition is better since we've been able to bleed out his Demavend and Draug. You know, we're still a bit concerned about some of his cards, like if he has ballistas, reinforced ballistas are concerning, or if he has siege, he can somehow fit that into this deck. But with him going for like Blue Stripes Commandos package, I feel like he'll have to have Pavetta, and that may make it hard. Mean it's hard for him to fit all of that. Yeah, he's able to get out with the Onager. And we'll have to be able to try and keep our things alive. It's pretty ideal, right? Hide these. Maybe we'd like to AA for one of these instead. This is good. We'd like probably the Baron. If he's like, I don't know, he might be Erland or something. I think the Ballista is good. It's maybe the best. But maybe not. I think maybe we'll take this. Yeah, the Baron has got to be better than Ballista. It's got to be. So, yeah. Go Baron last. So last say. Yeah, okay, this is Pavetta version. This is great. And looks like he's shuffled just the Blue Stripes back. Okay, that's also very good that Rhonda goes there. Actually, yeah, I think it's good. Okay, that's awesome. He's not playing like ballistas carryover or like pinging engines, so we're feeling really good right now. We're gonna go here as well. Maybe we should have done that first instead of giving a really big one, because this gets +3. So we probably should have AA'd one first and then played the other one from hand. Okay, now we go for the Draug. Then we're going to cycle all of these and we'll play Vissegerd. Okay, yeah, so we do play into the Spores a bit more, like I mentioned. Hopefully that, I don't think, he's not disrupting this combo, so I don't think that's what will be the deciding factor in the game. Okay, yeah, we just keep cycling these. This is pretty fun to do. Not going to lie. It's just like a fun thing. We're going to boost them all. Now, even though it's not the full row, we want this because we're going to drop the Vissegerd here. And, yeah, we're going to crush here. So we should get, hopefully we'll get the full combo. But we get this awesome combo piece. We get the carryover garrison. This is going to have, what, 8 charges on it? doesn't look like he's answering it either. So yeah, he's just doing his point slam with the commandos. It's a lot of points, but it's not nearly enough. We get to click. And we're gonna keep clicking, you know. We win handedly, so yeah, look at that. 24 in a relatively short round. That's really the power of the Draug. It's worth so much, and then our Vissegerd popped off there. So really, really good game to sort of highlight how this plays over the 3 rounds. All right. Looks like we're up against Enslave. This is Enslave 6, full tactic package. And we're going first. So I guess we'll see like whether it's likely. I think the more popular version is Ivo right now, but it could be Assimilate. I don't think I've had this matchup versus this deck yet, so Baron's great to have if it is Torres version, because that'll be the best reset. We are missing a second siege engine, but I think we should be able to draw one. So yeah, there we go. I think we use siege here to just secure the round. He's going to play. We'll wait. We'll wait a second. Actually, yeah, we'll wait maybe a turn or two, and see what he plays. We're going to see if he drops a Calvi or if it's Magni divisions that start coming out. If it's Magni divisions, we're going to play siege here, since that deck highly needs round control and likely won't pass, whereas this version I think will. I think Calvi is assigned as some type of assimilate. So thinking we should be okay to play a little bit slower. Maybe we can win the round with Commander Sworn. Probably win it with Garrison as well. And then just try to like get a 2-0. Garrison, like play the siege. He'll have to force answers out with that, and then should be not able to answer the rest. Okay. We do have to play 2 more cards. We don't want to really play any of these, fortunately. Probably should have gotten rid of the Vissegerd, but didn't want to get rid of it. Yeah, this is a large commitment, but I don't know. We'll see. Can play Commander's Horn, and that should force a pass. Could also just play. I don't want to play this either. Play Commander's Horn. Play whatever really is needed. But it seems like we definitely wish we had some more bronzes. So we're playing against a deck that really just commits nothing, and like, yeah, they just pass here, right? So we have to keep PFI for the Draug. Only thing. We want both of these two for the siege, because that leaves us with only one other one. I mean, it's still enough to trigger it if we AA into it. So maybe we can play it and get away with playing another Caraballista, but it's all quite valuable, right? I think we'll err on the side of yep. So as expected there, we just err on the side that AA, tallest AA, plus the other thing that we got one of those for siege. We should have by the end of the game at the minimum, right? There's the Natalis, there's the Boholt, and there's the siege. So we do get everything. Probably Natalis AA. Go everything front row, maybe, for the Draug, but we still don't have Draug, right? Maybe we should look for Maxi. Let me get rid of this for now. I know it seems maybe bad, but we're going to do some thinning because we're missing stuff. Probably play one Revenant this round. Probably AA for Revenant. Yeah. We don't have Draug here, so the garrison's going to be quite bad. But I think we just jam Siege. We maybe play Revenant. We'll maybe commit Boholt even here. We want to get his leader out. We want to get out Stefan Skellen. That's the main threat. If we can get out Stefan Skellen in order to answer these and maybe get his leader or whatever, then the Revenants should win the day. Assimilate's tricky. Again, when you're playing NR, they have a lot of ways to get easily valuable cards. I don't know what they can use against us, but it's the most valuable, but it's not very great. Probably play Ballista front row, but it's going to be running Joust. I don't know if he would have kept it or Assassination, maybe. So we're just going to play this back row. We're going to wait for his board to develop a little bit more, and then we'll jam Ballista. We have Commander Sworn for this round, too. Just a very, very valuable card. It plays for a lot of points for 7 provisions. Super good, right? I mean, at minimum, it's 10. With the gold boosts, you can get 3. Generally, like 3 or 4 more points from that. 1 there. Then if we get a gold somewhere in here, I don't know if we will. We could also play front row with gold. Okay, nice. Yeah, so we should be just like accumulating threats here. Ping this here and use Boholt probably here. To start filling this row. We're in a good position here, I think. And yeah, I mean, this is just a good playing this card. I have never played this card outside of Reavers, and I haven't played Reavers in years, so not really. Maybe that's not true. Not like seriously. So it's kind of cool to see this have some utility here. It's surprising me with how much value it's been getting. Okay, there's the Vigo. Okay. So we're not going to kill the Ronvid just yet. Oops. Yeah, we should. So what, this card on its face value is really like 8 points on deploy, right? But it represents a very threatening engine here, and as well as a threatening engine in itself. So if it goes unchecked, it's very, very strong. And I think he'll need to use Stefan here. And then we're very happy. Maybe should have considered garrisoning these three. But I guess we're just going to greet it till next turn. Okay, especially now since he didn't play Stefan. Let's hold this one. Should force out his leader, Skellen. Hopefully that doesn't get him ahead, but it might. Can take a boiling oil maybe next turn. Try to ping these off if he doesn't use Skellen immediately. But we're mainly just looking for the Skellen. Okay. Seems to be refusing to play it. So we'll start killing these. I think we self-ping here. This Boholt was up to 10 for 12 plus the other 4, which turned into a lot of points. Added to garrison as well. Gave us a good garrison. We do get the Skellen out. It's good. It's going to kill off the last Revenant. Probably this. And it doesn't get him ahead. His leader isn't enough as well. So we can keep the commander's horn for next round. We could also just keep playing. We could play and like reset this. Like we could just keep playing. Try and kill this and keep going. Kind of like it. I feel like we have a pretty good lead going on. We have a really good push, really decent push here. That might be the best one we get, so we're going to take it. Still got, a lot of good golds in his hand, so we're just going to keep going because we're trading for his very high provision golds. Shouldn't have much left after that for next round, especially because we'll have AA, Draug. We should be winning. Okay, yeah, so he goes for this. He's able to get a lot of points there, but it's fine. just going to keep going, right? You know, we may even go all in here. It's possible at this point. Just because this card plays for +4, plays for 10, because this actually uniquely, like, that's the other synergy that's pretty cool with Boholt, is it gets boosted off this PFI. I'll have to kill the Boholt over this. Okay. He's got Artaud left. He's down by a lot of points here. And he's bleeding. Can maybe 2-0 with the leader, right? Because this plays for a lot. But it also blocks us. Probably need it for next round in order to get much value out of Draug. Yeah, we're going to pass. We'll let him sort it out. I don't know if he can win, if it was a 2-0 or not. It might have been. Right, we're already up by quite a lot, by 20, 21. Then we would add 2 pings. We would have killed his other Assimilate engine. And we would have gotten a big Scytheman. +6 at least. Probably would have played the PFI back row and then put the Scytheman front row. Or put the Scytheman back row. I don't know. Either way, I think this card looked great in this matchup, and so did the Boholt. The Boholt looked really good too. They'll also have to use leader, and that's great. You know, I don't know if he has much big threats left. No, his top end is Torres, Artaud, Skellen, Brathens, Vilgefortz, Lydia. I mean, we've got, I don't know what else he has left. He put all 4 Ps in his deck too, so. And see, the thinning here is really good. We're like guaranteed, right? We can AA maybe for the Revenant. No, I guess we have to AA last because this has an order on it. We could AA for the Zeal, but that also wouldn't really work since we have to convert it. I think we just go here first. Yeah. We should AA last probably into this, just boosting. We're going to wait a second. I'm not really sure how to get Vissegerd value here. I guess what we could do is play Vissegerd next, then play Draug. Go like here, here, Vissegerd. Play front row to get a body out of it. Then Draug, then point slam, siege support, I guess, at the end. In the back row. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay. So we have to get this dead. Go here. Yeah. I think this is the way to go. We're going to block his that. We'll get another soldier back at the end. We'll get the Ronvid back, and we'll use our own charge onto it. Here we're just going to line up the Revenant to kill. Okay. And his last card is maybe what? Coup? Coup de grace? Bricked coup? I mean, he could answer one of the 2-power revenants. Okay. And then go here and here. Oh, that's really good. But it's not good enough.
What do you want? For me, Bilberry soda.
Clicky, clicky. We win by 15 there. Wow. So we smack down on Assimilate too. We aren't able to get much value out of our cards. And it's climbing, actually.